This is Voice of the Resistance.
Good evening, rebels of the truth. I'm Jessica Turner, and this is VotR, the underground broadcast that speaks to what others won't. Tonight, we're diving into a topic that's burning hotter than ever in political circles: illegal immigration. It's a polarizing issue, and yet, in all the noise, we must remember one simple truth: illegal immigration is still a crime. Let's cut through the noise. While the mainstream media tries to paint this as a mere humanitarian issue, it's important to recognize that crossing international borders without legal permission remains against the law in most countries, including the United States. Despite what some politicians and activists might say, laws are laws, and breaking them has consequences.
Now, don't get me wrong. People fleeing violence, war, or extreme poverty deserve our compassion. But there's a right way and a wrong way to seek refuge, and the system was designed to accommodate legal pathways for asylum. What we're seeing now, however, is a growing movement pushing for open borders, effectively undermining the rule of law.
Let's look at the facts. Over the last year, the number of illegal border crossings has spiked. Law enforcement agencies are overwhelmed, border communities are bearing the brunt, and resources are stretched thin. Meanwhile, the black market of human trafficking thrives, exploiting vulnerable people who are willing to risk their lives in search of a better future. But here's where it gets more complicated. Certain political factions continue to push for relaxed immigration laws or even blanket amnesty, framing any opposition as xenophobic or heartless. This narrative oversimplifies the reality. Enforcing immigration laws isn't about cruelty, it's about maintaining order. A nation without borders, some would argue, is a nation in chaos. Consider the local impacts: schools overwhelmed by non-English-speaking children, healthcare systems burdened by people who are often unable to pay, and wages suppressed by illegal labor. These are the direct results of uncontrolled illegal immigration, yet it's something we're not supposed to talk about. Let's also address the elephant in the room. The criminal justice system has labeled this a crime for a reason. Illegal immigration not only threatens national security, but often involves document fraud, identity theft, and smuggling. These aren't victimless crimes. Real people suffer and real lives are disrupted. The media wants us to focus on the emotional side of this issue: the families torn apart, the children held in detention centers. And those images are heartbreaking, no doubt. But why aren't we seeing the flip side of this story? Why isn't anyone talking about the individuals or communities who feel abandoned by their government, whose livelihoods are affected by unchecked immigration? So where does that leave us? The truth is, we're at a crossroads. Either we uphold the law and find balanced, fair solutions to address both security and humanitarian concerns, or we head down a slippery slope where borders mean nothing and lawlessness prevails. As the discussion continues to rage on, remember, behind all the political rhetoric, behind all the emotional pleas, illegal immigration is still a crime, and as long as laws exist, they need to be enforced. Also of major concern is that 158 Democratic representatives voted against the deportation of illegal immigrants that are convicted of sex crimes. The bill passed 266 to 158, with only 51 Democrats voting in favor of the bill. This is Voice of the Resistance, where no topic is too taboo to tackle, no truth too uncomfortable to confront. Stay informed, stay engaged, and stay resistant.
This is the Voice of the Resistance.